The morning fog lay thick over the small railway town of Briarwood, clinging to the wooden platforms like a memory that refused to fade. The station clock, round and yellowed with age, had stopped working years ago, yet the townspeople still glanced at it out of habit, as if time itself might answer back. Long ago, Briarwood had been a place of promise. Trains once came through every day, carrying soldiers, letters, laughter, and dreams bound for distant cities. But progress moved on. Tracks were rerouted, and the station slowly fell silent. Grass grew between the rails, paint peeled from the benches, and one train, spoken of only in whispers, never came at all. In 1912, a young woman named Clara Whitmore stood on this very platform, her gloved hands trembling around a small leather suitcase. She was 20 years old, brave enough to leave, and scared enough to remember every sound. The train she waited for was meant to carry her east, where a new job and a new life waited. Her father had kissed her forehead that morning. Her mother had sewn her name into her coat. And the man she loved, a railroad engineer named Thomas Hale, had promised he would be on that train. The whistle never blew. A storm had torn through the valley that night, washing out tracks miles away. Messages failed to reach Briarwood. By morning, word spread that the train had been canceled indefinitely. Clara waited until dusk, then another day, and then another. When she finally went home, her suitcase remained packed beneath her bed, like a door left half open. Life moved forward the way it always does, quietly and without apology. Clara stayed. She became the town school teacher, her voice steady, her eyes thoughtful. Thomas was reassigned to another line far from Briarwood. They wrote letters at first, then fewer, and then none at all. Years passed. Children grew up, the station aged, and the story of the missing train slipped into legend. Half a century later, on an autumn afternoon painted in gold and rust, a low rumble rolled through the hills. It was a sound Briarwood had not heard in decades. Windows rattled. Birds lifted from the trees. People stepped out of their homes, unsure of what they were hearing. On the platform stood Clara Whitmore, now 70, wrapped in a gray shawl, her hair silver and neatly pinned. She had walked to the station every year on the same day, more out of ritual than hope. Most thought it was foolish. Some thought it was sad. Clara never explained. The rumble grew louder. A black steam engine emerged from the fog, moving slowly, almost respectfully, as if it knew it was late. Its metal sides were scarred with age, its whistle low and aching. The train eased to a stop, brakes sighing like an old man catching his breath. For a long moment, no one moved. Then a single door opened. An elderly man stepped down, his posture careful, his eyes scanning the platform with quiet urgency. When his gaze met Clara's, time seemed to pause. He removed his hat, revealing hair as white as hers. Thomas. The town held its breath as the two walked toward each other, every step carrying 50 years of words left unsaid. They did not run. They did not cry out. When they met, Thomas took her hands, the same hands that once held a suitcase filled with dreams. "I told you I'd be on that train," he said softly. Clara smiled, tears tracing lines down her face. "You're late," she replied, her voice warm with a lifetime of waiting. They sat together on the old wooden bench as the sun dipped low, painting the station in amber light. They spoke of lives lived, paths taken, and love that had never truly left. The train waited, patient now, its duty finally fulfilled. That evening, as the engine pulled away, the people of Briarwood understood something gentle and profound. Not all journeys arrive on time. Some carry their meaning not in speed, but in endurance. And sometimes, even after 50 years, the heart still recognizes the sound of a long-awaited whistle.